Can we backlog any hours from work experience prior to enrolling into the intern architect program? Now, it's really important to note that you need to In this week's Ask an Architect series, we have a question from a viewer. Hey Ashley, these are good updates to know. Can we backlog any hours from work experience prior to enrolling into the intern architect program? Or is this option available only to recent graduates? This is a great question. Now, it's really important to note that you need to be an intern architect to log hours. So what this means is you cannot backlog any hours. Unfortunately, you cannot. One of the recent updates is that you can actually log hours as a student. However, you need to become a recognized student. You got to fill out the application in order to then become a recognized student. And once you get that status, then you can begin to log hours in between your studies, but you're limited to a maximum amount of hours that you can log while you're a recognized student. And so if you're working in the summer and you are working in between your degree, so let's say you're in your undergrad and one of the summers you're working at an architecture firm, well, now you can include those hours as long as you're a recognized student. And let's say you finish your undergrad, you're gonna go to do your master's, so you have a gap year, you can include those hours as well. But you have to make sure you're a recognized student. So it used to be during my time, this wasn't even an option. You weren't allowed to backlog and you weren't even allowed to log hours as a student. So it's great that now they have this option, which is really awesome. So just keep that in mind. And so I'll include some links down below from the Ontario Association of Architects if you are in Ontario. So depending on your jurisdiction, I would check in and look at the forms there. If you finished your education and you finished your requirement for having an accredited program, an accredited degree by the CACB, then you can become an intern architect, and you have to fill out the application for that and then pay the yearly fees. And so once you've done that and you have the intern status, you can then log those hours and submit those hours every 900 to 1,000 hours. And so then you can basically count those hours, but otherwise you can't backlog and you can't include those hours, unfortunately. So I really hope that answers your question. And if you have more questions or if you want more clarification, just comment down below. And if you want to include your question as part of the series, just comment down below and ask away your questions. I hope this was helpful. If it was, make sure to like the video. And if you'd like to support the channel, make sure to subscribe. And if you'd like to see more on the series, check out this video here. I hope to see you on the next video. Until then, bye!